Welcome back to my review series where I go over all of the Deep Stone Crypt raid weapons. This week, I'm going to be going over Heritage, the 65 RPM precision frame slug shotgun. Please note that the things mentioned in this review are my opinions and have been thought through after weeks of playing with these weapons. Up until recently, slug shotgun's been underwhelming in Destiny 2. I'm not saying the archetype has been bad for the past 4 years, but overall usage and functionality has been lacking when compared to other shotguns like Mindbender's Ambition, 7 Seraph CQC-12, or the Untitled shotgun. When compared to the amazing damage perks that these shotguns could roll with, like Trench Barrel, 1-2 Punch, or Rampage, slug shotguns were pretty much left in the dust. Even in PvP, any of these shotguns could outperform a slug shotgun simply because slug shotguns primarily depend on your ability to hit a precision shot. If you didn't do that, odds are the person you were shooting at survived and killed you. On the other hand, Mindbender's 7 Seraph could easily snag a kill by simply landing all of the pellets on the enemy's body. There was never any need for slug shotguns when other types of shotguns that could simply do the job better exist. To put into perspective, the original Ikelos far outshined its slug shotgun counterparts due to it rolling with Trench Barrel. Keep in mind this was a static roll at the time. The only other slug shotguns at the time were Good Bone Structure, which rolled with only Outlaw, and First In, Last Out, which only rolled with Pulse Monitor. This weapon would make its return in Season 11. To put it simply, when compared to the original Perfect Paradox, Ikelos shotgun, or the other shotguns from Year 1, slug shotguns were just any other archetype whose usefulness would not be realized until the end of Year 3. Year 2 saw random rolls return to Destiny 2, with only Good Bone Structure returning, and GUNNORA'S axe being added to the less than average list of slug shotguns, but these additions didn't really change the trajectory of slug shotguns. With the release of Shadowkeep, Year 3 wrote a different story for the archetype, kind of. Blasphemer, the Altar of Sorrow's kinetic slug shotgun, could roll some killer traits such as Quick Draw, Auto-Loading Holster, Rampage, Opening Shot, and Swashbuckler, just to name a handful, but this didn't do much for the popularity of slug shotguns until Season 11, the Season of Arrivals. The Season of Arrivals, the final season of Year 3, shipped with a 30% damage buff to slug shotguns in PvE, a major boon to the viability of slug shotguns in PvE. Not only did slugs get a buff, but First In, Last Out, a slug shotgun from Year 1, returned with random rolls through the Exodus Umbral engrams, which allowed you to farm as many as you'd like. With the new buff and incredible traits that the First In, Last Out could roll with, like Assault Mag, Auto-Loading Holster, and Vorpal Weapon, slug shotguns began to feel incredibly strong in PvE. Personally, the First In, Last Out became a favorite for boss DPS in both the Scourge of the Past and Crown of Sorrow raids. Slug shotguns finally began to feel like they're in a good place. Back to present day, and slug shotguns have honestly never felt better with a wider variety of options with traits that changed the game. On the exotic side, we now have Chaperone, the original exotic slug, in the new Duality, which is a weird combo shotgun where it's a slug when you aim down the sights. Beyond Light has added 2 new ones, Bone Chiller, the Europa Void slug shotgun, and Heritage, the kinetic slug shotgun you can earn from Deep Stone Crypt. Heritage boasts some incredible traits, old and new. Auto-Loading Holster is a well-known perk that is a favorite in PvE. When doing DPS against Taniks, it is invaluable to be able to empty a clip, swap to another slug, only to be able to swap back to Heritage ready to go. Even better, Heritage can roll with Reconstruction, a trait exclusive to Deep Stone Crypt. Essentially, Heritage will reload itself up to double the base magazine capacity. Reconstruction is the trait I highly recommend you chase on Heritage. Recombination, another exclusive trait, can roll on Heritage as well. When you get a kill with your energy weapon, Recombination adds a damage stack up to 10 that increases the damage of your next shot with Heritage. I highly recommend you chase any of these perks, especially roll with both Reconstruction and Recombination. My go-to roll is currently Small Bore for stability and range boost, Assault Mag for a buff to the RPM from 65 to 70, Reconstruction, and Moving Target. I use this Heritage while raiding, in Nightfalls, Legend, and Master Law sectors, and so much more. It outputs high damage, reloads itself up to double its magazine size, and has high range, allowing me to keep distance from majors while killing them quickly. Now for the criticism. While there will always be players in PvP who can turn Heritage into a monster, I truly feel as if Heritage was created for the PvE setting solely. In Deep Stone Crypt, Heritage is a heavy hitter. From taking out the crypt security fuses, dealing with captains, and DPS on Taniks, Heritage outputs high amounts of damage with little drawbacks. I would say my biggest complaint is the fact that there are no damage boosting perks other than Recombination, but that in itself is not a deal breaker. Actually, it can be argued that Reconstruction, with the ability to shoot double the magazine capacity, may optimize even more DPS. I can confidently say that Heritage deserves the rank of S. It is an incredible addition to any loadout for whatever PvE activity you're doing. The trait sets go beyond the majority of shotguns, and with the Slug shotgun buff last season, Heritage was added to Destiny 2 in a time where Slug shotguns can actually truly shine. Heritage is a must-have. It outperforms, hits hard, and will leave you impressed. I highly recommend you chase a role that works for you. As always, be excellent to each other, and see you next time.